red 40, yellow 5, blue 1. You've probably heard of these artificial food dyes on TikTok, but did you know that they're actually causing the rise in colorectal cancer we've seen over the last 4 decades, not to mention a rainbow of other health issues? What is it with modern American society's attraction to eating glowing neon colors in the first place? Why is it that we keep straying further and further from real food for something that seems like it was crafted for a fairy tale? You know, forget blueberries. You know, forget strawberries. Let me get that Fortnite Chug Splash Berry Blue Jello, or maybe some Cap'n Crunch all-berry cereal. What the hell is a glacial cherry anyways? Where does it grow? Next to glaciers? Not to mention, all of these new world order foods have one thing in common, and that's artificial food dyes. And where are they from? Petroleum? Huh? Most people who consume Chick-fil-A sandwiches probably don't realize that the pickles contain yellow 5. If pickles need to be dyed yellow just to make them look appealing, that should raise some quality concerns about the food that you're eating. It only gets worse when you realize how these food dyes are made. Artificial food dyes like red 40 and yellow 5 are made from chemicals which are derived from petroleum, which is only slightly worse from when they used to be made from coal tar. The same chemicals that fuel airplanes and ravage the ocean, massacring billions of animals and plants, are blatantly spoon-fed into the mouths of Americans every time you're craving a Twinkie or some In-N-Out sauce. After the chemicals are isolated from petroleum, they go through a variety of yummy chemical interactions, such as diazotization using nitric acid and sulfonation using sulfonic acid. Both of these are carcinogenic compounds which cause permanent deterioration when interacting with your skin, and when consumed, oftentimes cause permanent damage to your body. After a few toxic reactions, the petroleum-based chemical compound fizzes bright beaming red, blue, or whatever color is being concocted at the time. Before they can be injected into Funimals Paw Patrol gummies, they go through a few minimalist tests which oftentimes have been criticized for being inadequate and out of date. Then the chemical food dyes are ready to be injected into everything from candies, condiments, cereal, sports drinks like Gatorade, and even medicine. A basic understanding of how this chemical sludge gets from the offshore oil rigs into your Chick-fil-A sandwich and unicorn semen flavored Gatorade is already horrifying. But here's a look at what this chemical does to the human body. A 2023 study from the University of Southern Carolina looked at the DNA strands of mice when given the human equivalent of ADI, accepted daily intake, and found that it consistently caused damage to the strands over time, which inevitably led to genetic mutations, aka cancer. To put it in simple terms, think of your DNA as a piñata, and every time you sip some Hawaiian punch, as a yellow 5-induced bodybuilder, smacking it with a Moby Dick.
Moby Huge!
Moby Huge. Look, I'm not an MD, but I can understand that anything that causes your DNA to be deconstructed is not something you want to put in your body. This study proved that not only does red 40 cause colorectal cancer, but also observed that the mice suffered from inflammation in the colon and rectum and had a negative impact on their gut microbiome. Scientists speculate that the increase in AFCs found in the American diet directly correlates with the rise of colorectal cancer among young people in the past 4 decades. This information is what led to the hypothesis for the study, which further proves the correlation between red 40 and coronary cancer. So remember, every time little Timmy begs his dad for another 90-pack of Welch's fruit snacks at Costco, he's basically asking for an early membership to the Colorectal Cancer Club.
And a double chunk chocolate cookie!
Yeah. Over the past 50 years, the same experiment has been conducted again and again by various researchers, starting in the 70s with Dr. Benjamin Feingold, which looked at the hyperactivity of children with and without artificial food dyes in their diet. Feingold originally concluded that AFCs and various other food preservatives were causing hyperactivity and sleeping problems amongst children. Since then, multiple studies have been done with children, which observed their level of hyperactivity over a period of a few weeks with yellow 5 in their diet against a placebo. All of these studies show a pattern that AFCs lead to a small to medium increase of ADHD symptoms and hyperactivity amongst children. The most significant of these studies is a study from 2011 by Southampton, which studies a double-blinded, placebo-controlled group of 153 3-year-olds and 144 8 to 9-year-olds. Both groups showed a significant increase in hyperactivity over a several-week period when AFCs were introduced into their diet. The study was so impactful, it caused the EU to ban several food dyes, and others had to be labeled with a warning. Another 2011 study by Purdue looks at children who are using ADD and ADHD medication that improved so much after removing AFCs from their diet that they were able to stop taking the medication altogether. Keep in mind that all of these experiments use dosages far below what the average American consumer intakes every day, as per capita daily consumption of the AFCs has more than quadrupled over the past 60 years. Enough research has been conducted to confidently say that AFCs increase ADHD symptoms in children and oftentimes can be enough to push a child over the diagnostic threshold. Another study gives human subjects 15 times the typical consumption of Red 3 for 10 days, which increased their hormone production in the thyroid to twice the normal level, and it did not return to normal levels until 3 months after the Red 3 stopped being taken. This issue, which more than 1% of Americans over the age of 12 suffer from, is called hyperthyroidism, where your thyroid overproduces hormones, which leads to problems such as shakiness, sleep issues, heart palpitations, and a variety of other problems. Hyperthyroidism leads to an increase in estrogen and a decrease in testosterone being produced in the body. This makes women who are already crazy, crazier, and causes all kinds of problems for their menstrual cycle. For men, well, let's just say it'll take you from looking like this to looking like this. Although there are countless other studies which highlight the dangers of these dyes, the last one I'll mention is a meta-analysis of over 150 studies on food dyes over the years. This analysis was able to cross-reference many studies on food dyes tested on rats and mice in the lab. While these dyes can cause cancer for any part of your body, let's take a look at the model of this rat to see which food dyes cause tumors for which parts of the body. Kidney, blue 1. Brain, blue 2. Bladder, blue 2. Citrus red 2. Green 3. And red 40. Thyroid, red 3. Spleen, red 40. These are just the direct links to tumors that have been proven during lab experiments and does not account for any of the carcinogenic compounds that can be found in these food dyes, such as aniline and benzidine, which have been proven to cause bladder cancer and other health-related problems. So why do they call it red 40?
Yeah, bro, what's the deal?
Because the first 39 were banned. Not really, but did you know the majority of food dyes that have ever been sold were banned for a serious health risk, usually cancer? Here are a list of all the currently banned food dyes and the reason for their ban. Not to mention, all of these food dyes are already banned in Europe. Avoiding these food dyes is easier than you might think it is.
What? Tell a nigga how.
Although many health organizations fight for better labeling, such as CSPI and Public Health Research Group, all food dyes must currently be listed on the ingredients list of a product. So you can always check the ingredients list to see if an artificial food dye is added. It just means sacrificing a lot of addictions to foods which contain zero nutrients and cause harm to your body. When you approach it from this mindset, it becomes easy to cut out these toxic foods from your diet and start eating right. The best strategy is to switch foods that contain dyes with healthier replacements. Some examples are giving up soda and Gatorade for coconut water and juice. Candy can be replaced with dried fruit or chocolate with no additives. Cereal can be replaced with oats, which is a good source of carbs. Basically, any red 40 induced food has a healthy counterpart. You just have to be healthy and open-minded. Not to mention, there are websites online which contain all the foods that have red 40 and other food dyes. Now that you have a better understanding of these artificial food dyes and the dangers associated with them, you can stay far away and unaffected by the tremendous health effects. Thank you for watching. More content coming very soon. And don't you forget to subscribe. Isaac Nation out!
The typical American is a fat Greek bastard. Y'all eating red food dyes. Dumb niggas. Yeah, I got Isaac dropping hot facts and you guys don't listen to him.
Yeah.
You guys killing yourself eating Captain Crunch with the berries.
Yeah. Try some real berries.
Eat some real berries. Unhealthy nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosign.
Cosign Kanye. Yeah.
I got the.
Wait, you can Photoshop anything on here, right?
Is it green screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please, sir. I'm sorry I dropped the soap. Oh. Yes, master. I picked more cotton, master. I swear.
Oh,
Master.
That's wild.